Hi, I'm Tez Ilyas. Welcome to the Sarah O'Connell Show.
Welcome to the Sarah O'Connell Show.
I did that down the barrel. Is that right?
That's fine.
Cool, good. Usually when you're interviewed, you kind of have to look off camera, where Lucy Porter sat now. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, but right now I'm going. But it's nice you opted for the swivel chairs because that makes it easier.
That's right. I do usually bring Lucy Porter with me as a line of sight during my interviews.
I'm never on camera.
Just off camera, always reassuringly there.
And I'm eating chips.
You should be eating chips, absolutely. So, welcome to the Sarah O'Connell Show. How are you today?
I'm really good, thank you. You asked me just before we started rolling whether I'd bought them from London or they're locally sourced.
Yeah.
I went and just eat when I got here, and I realised I couldn't really sustain myself off breadsticks and sensations. So I went on and I found this chip shop, which seemed quite nice, got really good reviews. But then it was minimum order £13 and £3 delivery, which means it would have cost me a minimum of £16. And I'm like, I'm only having fish and chips.
Yeah.
No fish, and I'm not up north where it's going to be like good fish and chips. I'm down south where it's like, so I'm not paying £16 for it.
How do you even spell that?
Yeah,
exactly.
that it's exactly how you'd think it'd be spelled, like the classic spelling of me. You know when it's like, oh, how do you spell Sarah? You like the classic spelling of Sarah.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, okay, yeah, I get it.
Silent X, yeah.
Yeah, it's like that with that.
It's perfect.
You want one?
Do I want? I've kind of got some rogue chewing gum still going on airwaves to help me breathe more easily in these cold wintry nights.
I will speak with my mouth full. I hope that's not a problem.
It's fine. You communicate however you wish.
Thank you.
You grew up in Blackburn and you went to Lancaster University and you studied biochemistry.
All of those things are correct.
So how did you transition in from biochemistry to comedy?
Oh, that was a long transition because in between there was a whole career at the Home Office. Whatever your sources were, did my mum not tell you when she was telling you all this other information? That was at the Home Office for 10 years. She's very sad when I left. So after university, so I did a bachelor's in biochemistry.
Yeah.
And then I did a master's in management because I didn't want to leave university because I was having too good a time.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, and I wasn't ready to adult. And then when I left there, I started applying for graduate jobs, and the one that I got into was the civil service fast stream, and they put me in the Home Office, and that was in 2007.
See, I didn't scroll back that far on Twitter, so I didn't read that bit. I researched up to like 2012 onwards.
Come now.
It's true, it's taken me 6 years.
So I was in the Home Office for 10 years. Yeah. I started doing stand-up in 2010 as a hobby and, a way of, making friends, I guess. And then I started going all right. People laughed in the right places, and I started entering some New York competitions, and they seemed to go okay, and people were like, oh, yeah, you can do that, carry on. Yeah. So I said, oh, thank you, I will. And then it got to the point in 2016 that I couldn't do both, and something had to give, and the Home Office, it wasn't a hard decision. It was like, fuck off Home Office. Yeah. And so I left the Home Office and now do stand-up full-time.
So you're doing it all the way up to then. That's incredible. Because your first show was Tez Talks in 2015. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was my first ever solo show. That was up in Edinburgh, and it was fun.
It's really critically acclaimed, and it's gone on to have you had 3 series of Tez Talks now?
Not my words.
Commissioned,
but all factually correct. The solo show did really well in Edinburgh, and off the back of it, the BBC said, "Oh, we'd like to commission a stand-up show on the back of it called Tez Talks." And so it was 4 times 15 minutes. First series was really fun, and it was based on Tez Talks and a little bit of what then became my second solo show. And then they commissioned a second series of Tez Talks, which was largely based on my second show that I hadn't used in the first show and some of my third show. And now I've been commissioned a third series, which is double the commission. Usually it was 4 times 15 minutes. Now it's 8 times 15 minutes, and I have no solo shows to base them on the back of. I don't know where they expect me to write the material from. I mean, you can see my laptop's open. So half of a page. That's episode 6.
Oh, you'll just leave it open. We can just all add to it tonight.
Hopefully, yeah, it'd be better than what I'm coming up with. Like I'll tell you how far I'm skipping the barrel. This episode is about pranks. I mean, it started off right about really hard-hitting satire about what it's like to be a young British Muslim in this country, and now we're on episode 14. We're talking about pranks now. It's like, oh, I remember that time when you pretended to snort coke on a flight to Barcelona. It's that. That's gonna be one of the
Sounds incredible. Do you like a prank? Do you do prank calls and things? Are you a trickster of people?
I think, when I was younger, and then I matured and decided that, you know what, it's not that funny. No, I do like watching pranks. I like watching those shows. What's that show on Comedy Central called?
Practical Jokers?
Yeah, it's a fun show.
I like it.
It's one of those things that you think, I've got friends. I wish I'd done that. It's a good one. And I was a big Lucy Porter, that's my popcorn.
That's the name of your next show?
Yeah, Lucy Porter, comma, that's my popcorn. Is that a comma?
Yeah.
A comma? Do we need a comma? We put a comma in there.
Yeah. An apostrophe, why not?
Yeah. But I'm just watching. Have some though. It's actually really nice.
Speaking of colons, I read this thing earlier where
Me?
this girl had tweeted this quite a few years ago that she loves the smell of a man's colon when he's walking past. She meant cologne, but she put colon, and then I'm like, has anyone else ever done that? And it sent me down this rabbit hole of just searching for people that accidentally misplaced colon with cologne.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. Apparently, girls really like smelling men's colons.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. I mean, I've never had it, but what I'm saying is I'm not averse to it. So if this gets out there and anyone wants to smell my colon for the right price, that can probably be arranged. Go through my agent though. I think that's important because I don't want to be inundated in my email inbox. Let them handle that because they're there to do the admin, aren't they?
They are.
So yeah, send it to them. Polly@utcartistmanagement.co.uk, and yeah, she can probably arrange that.
There's even a place in Germany called Cologne now. It's become that popular.
Do you think which one came first, Cologne or Cologne? It's
Don't know.
age-old question, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's very tricky. Answers on a postcard.
One of these two lovely women could Google it for us, but they look like they don't want to, so it's fine.
I'm saying it's going to be colon predated cologne, as in used in a men's perfume.
But did that predate the city of Cologne in Germany? That's what we're asking now.
I can actually answer this.
Oh, you know.
I know logically because people have colons and they predated the naming of a city, surely. They must have. But a semicolon must be after like an operation or something, I don't know.
But did the city of Cologne predate Cologne as in...
The city of Cologne was founded in, hang on, I think it's 953.
That's a long time ago. Unless it was did it mean 9:53 yesterday?
Oh no, sorry. I take it all back. 38 BC.
Oh wow.
Okay, that's a long time ago.
I don't know, we did have colons back then.
Predated Cologne. As in a fragrance. As is the naming of it. So was Cologne the fragrance thing invented in Cologne?
Right, hang on. I'm still in the Renaissance now.
Okay. Are you is this going to be your opener now when you go on stage?
I mean, it seems a waste to have done all this and not use it somewhere. Hang on, so
So you've been on shows like Mock the Week. Do you follow the news? It's kind of hard to avoid these days, isn't it?
You know what, I did avidly follow the news. I mean, I guess working in the Home Office gave me a real passion for foreign affairs, domestic affairs, politics, news and that sort of thing. And I followed it very avidly. And then I made a decision over the summer to start unfollowing a lot of people and news sites because I thought it's not healthy. And there's a reason they say ignorance is bliss. You know how happy ignorant people are?
Very.
They are fucking living in bliss. And I thought I want some of that. I want some of that happiness. So I made a conscious decision to unfollow on Twitter especially. Well, I deleted my Facebook profile completely, so I've only got a dummy account now to manage my page. Tez Ilyas, go on it and press like. It's what gets me through the day. But on Twitter, I unfollowed everything that was a news website, and then I muted a lot of people that I liked that I didn't want to unfollow, but that post a lot of political stuff and are involved in a lot of discourse. So I just put them on mute, and then I probably unmute them. You know, people like. I'm not going to name anyone, but like a lot of people out there that I like and I like their opinions and I agree with them, and they teach me a lot. I think for the sake of my mental health, just maybe for a while, just unplug a little.
Have a rest, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, and talk about pranks.
That's a good idea. Just until it all calms over a bit, which I'm sure it will any day now.
Maybe we're living in an elaborate prank.
Exciting. This could all be an elaborate TV show.
I think I figured it out. I think Donald Trump is the ultimate comedy character, and we've all been duped in. And when the big reveal happens, post Armageddon, It's going to be funny.
If you were going to cast someone as the president in a comedy show, that's probably who you'd go for.
Hasn't he? No, he hasn't done that, has he? But like, you know, maybe he is Alec Baldwin.
Could be.
What a masterstroke of a prank that would be. That he goes on Saturday Night Live pretending to be Donald Trump when he is in fact Donald Trump.
They've never been in the same room at the same time.
I can't verify that. Yeah.
All true.
You can easily just hand the phone off to an assistant and be like, with the Donald Trump account, saying when I'm on stage, tweet that you hate it.
Exactly, perfect. You've recently starred in Man Like Mobeen.
Yeah.
Very funny shows on BBC Three. I've seen it. Now, will it be coming back for a second series?
You know what? It will be, and the only reason I know that is because we've made it.
Ooh,
So therefore, I can confirm that that's happening.
that's fantastic.
Unless they just took us to Birmingham for 3 weeks with a lot of cameras as a prank. Fucking hell, this episode is writing itself. Yeah, it was really, really fun. So it wrapped about 2 weeks ago. I don't know when this goes out, so it could be 6 months ago by the time this goes out. But
Depends when I get to it.
so 2 weeks ago, as of filming, I mean, you got to edit the Tom Felton episode. Exciting. Yeah. So in answer to your question, yes, it is coming back, but I don't know when it's airing.
Ooh.
Hopefully in the new year sometime, unless you're listening to this in 2019. It might have already aired by the time you listen to this.
Exactly. Now, I had a bit of a look into the future, and next February you're going to be performing at the Leicester Comedy Festival with a work in progress new show. What can you tell us about it?
Oh my god, what can you tell me about it? I think that is happening actually.
Surprise.
Thank you. So this year I didn't go to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival 2018. So I'm thinking about going next year, but also I might not. So I'm hedging my bet slightly and booking in a couple of work in progress shows just in case I do go, but that decision isn't being made yet, depending on... If I do go, it's because some work has fell through. Which will be really sad. If I do end up there, just know that I'm really upset about it. But if I don't go, it's because of some exciting stuff that might be happening.
It's all very exciting.
All of it is very exciting. But yeah, I mean, this fish is going really cold. I'm going to stop eating it now. Thank you.
Win this fish. It's only safe for another 30 minutes. Now, I watched you do Tez Talks, of course you do, but you also did a TED Talk in Manchester, which I've watched.
Thank you. Yeah, that was really exciting. Yeah, it was at that point, it was the biggest audience I'd ever played to, that 2,500 people in Bridgewater Hall, I think. And yeah, it went well. Yeah, people left in the right places. And apparently I was, on Twitter, I was trending in Manchester. People enjoyed it that much.
Tremendous.
That was fun. That was nice. But yeah, it was really fun.
Now, you mentioned during that you went to Secret Cinema's Empire Strikes Back. I also went to that.
Did you? It was
Yes,
good, wasn't it?
It was fun.
It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I was a rebel. What were you? What was your character?
Yeah, I think it was something like that. And they bundled me into this house, and then there was this weird side mission thing I had to do. I've been to a few of them. I went to Back to the Future.
That one, the one that got massively delayed and didn't open for weeks.
That one, yeah, the messy one. It's so good, though.
It looked good.
It was very good.
Good film.
Enjoyed it.
Do you know the difference between the Back to the Future theme tune and the Star Wars theme tune?
Yeah, they're different.
Go on.
What do you mean?
Try it. Star Wars. Do Star Wars.
No, is that it?
Now do Superman.
No.
what I'm saying. Now do Indiana Jones. Oh, look at this. You know what? I have spent sometimes half an hour just in my head trying to get, and just one of them just kept coming out.
Oh, Back to the Future.
You've been disappointingly good at this.
Kind of review films as well.
I thought I stumbled upon a thing there,
Yeah.
but you kind of just nailed it. So
Do you want the latest colon news?
Oh, please, latest news from Colon.
So the colon, as in the large intestine, is ancient Greek, the oldest. Colon, as in a punctuation mark, the 2 dots, was the 1600s, and eau de cologne, early 1800s.
So the city of Cologne came before Eau de Cologne.
There we have it.
Oh God, I didn't even put that one. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Didn't it? Yes.
Thank you. The ass one is the oldest.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you were right. Basically.
Ours is, although it wasn't named Cologne, geographically the location still would have existed, which kind of hampers my Guess.
Oh yeah, as in yeah, because when the Earth was formed, it existed. That geographical
Four bums, yeah.
place before the fish swam out of the ocean.
But also-
Walked out of the ocean. Sorry, I don't know. Did they swim out or did they walk out?
Both. Kind of flip-flopped.
Waddled out.
Yeah. Rolled sideways. Probably away from an alligator.
Hmm.
It's true.
Evolution is boggling, in it, because you're a fish, right?
Yeah.
We are fish now. You put them underwater, they die. At what point was it like, okay, now pop my... If every generation keeps doing this, eventually one of us will be able to breathe out. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
So if I keep doing that, if I keep putting my head in the water and make sure that's passed on to every single offspring of mine for like 1,000 years, in 1,000 years, are they going to be able to breathe in the water?
No. I mean, some people have tried to cheat this by calling their kid Gil, but it still doesn't work.
No, you're right.
It's true. Now, have you got any messages for your fans, or as you call them, Tesbians?
Sure. Sorry, what sort of messages?
Any. Could be rude, funny, it could be inspirational. What comes to your mind when I suggest this to you?
What I will say, Tesbians, is I don't know if my retweet button is broken on Twitter, right? I don't think it is. Retweet, is it hard for you to retweet my shit? Like I see other people getting like 50,000 retweets on what is just shit tweets, and I'm putting out some absolute dynamite, and you're liking a lot of it, but you're not retweeting it, and likes or no, like is like a smile to me in a comedy club. It's fucking useless. So just retweet my shit, spread the word, bring more Tesbians into the fold. Let's start a fucking cult. And yeah, join the Church of Tez. That's too much blasphemy. That. I'm not.
Just the right amount.
It's not a religious thing. It's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Just make that clear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you today. Thank you for coming on the Sarah O'Connell Show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I hope you enjoyed me on Live at the Apollo. Presumably this will come out after that's been aired, because it's airing on Thursday. So presumably this will be out after that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I've got a new Channel 4 sitcom pilot called Bounty. Go watch that on All 4. I'm just assuming all of this is coming out
All of it.
before this is going out. And also keep supporting my stuff on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and live. Except when I'm at the barbers. I was at the barbers and I was in the chair and someone took a picture of me and then just tagged me in it, but didn't speak to me. And then I saw it later saying, oh, I think the guy from Mobeen is in my barbershop. And I'm like, why didn't you just say?
Yeah.
First of all, it's my barbershop. And secondly, just say hi.
Just come up and say hi after you've retweeted things.
What I did like, though, he did take the picture post haircut, so at least it didn't look a mess. So I did appreciate that. So that was good. That was good. But everything else he did wrong.
It's terrible. It's outrageous. On that very sad note, thank you everyone for watching this episode of the Sarah O'Connell Show. Be sure to share, subscribe, give the video a big thumbs up. And I'll see you all again soon for another episode of the Sarah O'Connell Show. Bye.
Probably with Lucy Porter, because she's there.
So she's right here. In fact,
Are you interviewing Lucy Porter?
I could, couldn't I? It's a really good idea.
While you're here, innit? Otherwise, it's a waste of a journey.
I'll talk to her about colons and stuff.
Go put you out. I'm just going to push you out of the way. It's going to go right. Here we go. I'll sit on your lap.
Yeah, just gonna.
It is Lucy Porter.
Hello, she was really here the whole time.
This guy.
I was just reading up about cologne.
Thank you. If there's any research you need me to do while you're on, let me just give me a shout. Thank you. Keep listen and subscribe and watch the other videos. Presumably you got to this because you watched the other videos.
Yeah.
But if you were somehow only interested in me, watch the other stuff like Tom Felton and Tom Cruise and Lucy Porter and
All of
the
those.
other people. Yeah.
Just leave it playing all night. It really helps my views. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you so much.